All right, Jonathan, look, are you familiar with Motor Trend?
No.
Okay. Motor Trend is a magazine, it's a TV channel, it's a cable channel, it's a YouTube channel. Motor Trend is known and recognized by the population of this country and quite frankly the world as having good, solid, objective opinions about vehicles. People turn to Motor Trend when they want to know what vehicles to avoid, what vehicles to purchase. We happen to be the only Motor Trend certified vehicle in the state of Florida. Now, it means a whole bunch of different things to you, but before we go check out the vehicle you came in to see, I want to tell you two things that you'll probably find fairly important. Jonathan, have you ever worried about paying a car dealer too much for a vehicle?
Yes.
You and 300 million Americans figure that that is the number one fear they have when they go to purchase a new or used vehicle. What I'm about to say to you next, Jonathan, is going to sound a little crazy. It's coming from a car salesman, number one, and the verbiage is going to sound insane, but it's true, and I'll prove it to you. Jonathan, it is literally impossible for you to pay too much for one of our new Nissans or one of our Motor Trend certified used vehicles. Now, does that sound a little bizarre?
Yeah.
If you're not skeptical, there's something wrong with you. You should be. No dealer ever has been able to say that to a customer and actually be telling the truth. Now, how does it work? Well, first of all, Jonathan, the price that you saw on our site had to be pretty attractive or you wouldn't be here, correct?
Correct.
Look, we have to put our best foot forward these days, but if you're like most people, you're probably still wondering a couple things. You're wondering, how much lower could we go, right? And how much lower might somebody else go? That's your job as a consumer to shop. I'm going to tell you two things. Number one, we ain't going to go any lower. Number two, you're not going to find it any lower anywhere else on the planet. We have a best value guarantee. And what that means is the price we put out there, the price that brought you in, is going to be the best price you are going to find anywhere else, anywhere on the planet Earth. I mean, you can look all over Florida, you can look in Georgia, the Southeast, the Northeast, the Midwest, you can look in Idaho, California, Arizona. If you choose to check out South Africa, Uzbekistan, Sweden, Norway, and Saudi Arabia. If you find the same new Nissan, and you know you can find it in 1,000 different places, that you purchase from us, and it's advertised for a lower price and it comes with the same benefits we offer, Jonathan, just show us the website and we will cut you a check back for the difference. Jonathan, we put this in writing. It is literally impossible for you to pay too much for one of our new Nissans or one of our certified used vehicles. Has any dealer ever made that commitment to you before?
No, sir.
And you won't find anybody else in the state of Florida that will. So the last thing you need to worry about is paying too much. It is literally impossible here. Now, another fear people have is buying the wrong vehicle, because if you buy a car from a car dealer and it turns out after a couple days you don't like it, you're pretty much stuck with it, aren't you? But if you go to Home Depot or Lowe's or Best Buy or Macy's and you buy a product, if you want to, you can take it back and exchange it, right? The car dealers are way behind the times, not Wesley Chapel Nissan. We have a 72-hour exchange policy, okay? Now, we're going to work hard to make sure you pick out the right vehicle, but Jonathan, if it turns out during the first 3 days of ownership, for whatever reason, could be equipment, could be color, could be model, could be the way the seats feel, could be that your dog just starts barking at it and won't stop. If you decide that the vehicle's not right for you, just bring it back and we will exchange it for another. We ask you to do two things. We ask you not to put more than 300 additional miles on the odometer, and we ask that you don't run into anything, because you got to bring it back in the same condition. Jonathan, that's also in writing. Has any dealer ever made that commitment to you before?
I don't know.
Look, Jonathan, you can't pay too much. You can't buy the wrong vehicle. Let's go check out the one you came in to see and make sure it's right for you, okay?
Yes.